pretend that I'm kissing, believe I miss him.
So I was just walking along Albert Dock and past this little scene here, and I really like this brickwork. I like the old cobbled streets, I like the old street lights, and the sun was beginning to go down, so I set my camera up. I put my big stopper on, which means I've ended up taking a whopping 15-minute long exposure, so I've no idea what that is going to look like, but I thought I'd give it a try. So it's just finished now. So the big stopper, which blocks 10 stops worth of light, which was holding a 15-minute exposure, and yeah, pretty dull really. So it's day one of the digital splash photography show, and I'm just on my way over there now. So it's a very cloudy day today, so I'm not expecting to get any real good photos here, but I thought I'd put on my big stopper, maybe I can get some movement in those clouds and hopefully get something a bit dramatic. I just wanted to try anyway. So I'm back from Liverpool now and back home, and the digital splash photography show was bit smaller than what I was expecting, if I'm being honest. All the big camera manufacturers were there, but aside from that, there wasn't a huge amount there really, and I'm not on the lookout for equipment at the moment, so I didn't do a lot in terms of walking around the different stalls and that, just because there wasn't an awful lot there that interested me. I did, however, buy a new filter. I bought the little stopper. I already have the big stopper, which blocks out 10 stops worth of light, but as I've been using it, I find if I'm photographing sunset, for example, once the sun has gone down and obviously there's not much light, then the big stopper can be a bit too much. So because they had a good offer one at the photography show, I bought the little stopper, which stops out, I believe it's 6 stops worth of light. So be keen to use that as well. And other than that, there was different talks by different photographers on different topics. So I did go to a couple of talks which were good. I went to one on landscape astrophotography. So just learning about general settings to use, equipment to use and things like that, because I am keen to do more night photography. So it was good to learn about what settings you should be using, even some apps to help you sort of plan and things. So as I do more night photography in the near future, I'll go through all of that with you while I'm out there doing it. And then I did also go to a talk by Thomas Heaton. I'm sure many of you know Thomas Heaton. He's a landscape photographer, very big on YouTube. So his talk was essentially about his story, where he started from, about he also quit his job and started to pursue photography, ended up done weddings, he done studio work, and eventually started doing landscape photography, and that was the thing that worked for him. And it was basically through social media that, well, I mean, for Thomas Heaton, it was basically YouTube that was key to his success. So he was essentially saying anyone can do what he's done, and he was really pushing social media, basically saying social media was kind of key, and also social media means that because everything's so accessible now, and you can just essentially do what I'm doing. You can make your own videos, upload them, and so it was just really encouraging people to do that. He did have a Q&A at the end, so I did ask him a question, and I asked him, for someone like me who's trying to get into it professionally, I asked him where he thought would be a good place to start in terms of looking for clients. He mentioned a website which he said was a good place to start, where you could essentially put together a story for them. So take a series of photographs. Let's say, for example, Huacachina, when I was in Huacachina, Peru, I have a whole series of photographs from Huacachina, and then I could just write a little bit about the place and submit it to them, and that was essentially it. So from now on in, I've got to try and get this flat sorted, so that's going to take me a while. I don't have internet at the moment, so I really need to get this place sorted, get internet, get furniture, get basic stuff that I need, and then try and get that done as quickly as possible, and then hopefully get out and take some more photos and start working towards trying to find clients and all of that. So bear with me, but there's a lot more to come. So please keep watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.